do you decide who opens, who closes, which songs?
A little bit of negotiation. We toured America. We did maybe 15 dates in America, and it worked out all right. Like we headlined New York, they did LA, and it'll be the same with this. We'll, you know, there'll be a bit of bargaining.
And it kind of like, it just doesn't, at first it was good, I thought it was going to be kind of weird going on it just feels like it's...
So you don't...
It doesn't feel like a headliner and a support. We just swap round every night.
So it's not the Manics on and then a few Manic songs and then a few Suede songs and then
no, we do...
Ah, OK.
We both play for about an hour,
that would be
15 each.
That would be carnage.
Yeah, that wouldn't be possible.
How does it work in terms of when you're looking out at the crowd? I mean, there always used to be, those that remember it, people had sides, you know, didn't they? They were Blur or Oasis. You know, there was all those things going on. Do you look out into the crowd and can you see the people who are frankly there for you, or you know, maybe their driver is to see Manic Street Preachers? Is all that long gone? It's just
I think we've both got a really dedicated fan base, but there is a cross-pollination. We both kind of share some of the same gene pool. You know, we were always on the outside of things, on the periphery. I think that's why we've both lasted so long. So we do share quite a lot of fans as well as our own rabid.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. There are obviously there's rabid little pockets of kind of Manics fans or Suede fans, but there is a kind of core of people that kind of like both bands. There's something that the Manics and Suede have in common, and I don't know. Have you analysed it?
I just think it's because we never belonged to anything except ourselves, really.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we certainly weren't part of grunge, we weren't part of Britpop. We were just always outside everything, looking in. We both started a bit earlier as well. You know, we'd both done albums before everyone else came along, you know, so... And we just looked better than everyone else back then anyway, you know.
What were the conversations like when you first started touring, and what are they like now when you like your sun lounging and you like to sweep up leaves and, you know, it's all a bit different.
Probably a bit more rock and roll when we first started touring, weren't
probably a bit more incoherent.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I mean, the first tour we did, it's just an epic tour across Europe. It was about 4 weeks. And we were at our kind of most angst-ridden and troubled, and they were just every night smashing it. It was on every level. It was, you know, it was young.
Do you kind of push each other? Because you say so. One does an hour, then the other does an hour. Yeah. And is there a moment when you're in the wings, and say, for example, you've been in the wings, maybe watching a bit of the show?
Yeah.
Hopefully watching a bit of the show.
Every night,
and you're going, do you know what? They are on.
Yeah.
You know, tonight is good. I've got to...
Absolutely.
Does it kind of push? Do you push each other on?
I think it's really
How does that work in practice? What's that look like?
It's just inspiring. You know, I watch the Manics every night when we tour them, and it's always really inspiring. There's always like, you know, one song that just goes off. You know, that's just amazing. You know, watching something like "If You Tolerate This, Then Your Children Will Be Next" or something like that. Oh, that song just always goes off, and it's made me fall in love with the song watching it. I remember seeing you guys doing it in New York, and it's just absolutely brilliant. So there's always something like that, but I think it's really inspiring to have a band that you love playing with you, sort of thing, because it just makes you... It's a kind of friendly competition.
Absolutely. There's a couple of nights, watched him, and like, we'd go in a dressing room, we're like, we're up against it tonight. Brett does this thing with... Is it Wild Ones when you play it a bit acoustic? You do the acoustic, and it's just like... Everyone's in a rapture, you know, to him on stage, and it's like a yoga workout watching him on stage. I mean, it's just unbelievable, the sweat and the frenzy, and it just makes you raise your game, you know. And when we tour, we've done America, we're doing Asia in a couple of weeks' time, and it'd be great to bring it to the UK.
Now, tell me if it's a silly question. Do you ever play each other's songs?
Well, we've done the Drowners. We've done the Drowners.
Didn't you, years ago? Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Like a cover, cover version.
Yeah, we did a cover version.
We should do that, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
We were kind of we're toying with the idea.
If you were,
well,
which one would you pick?
Which one would I pick of theirs?
Yeah.
God, I don't know.
Same questions going back.
I mean, Motorcycle Emptiness always just
a lot of words,
great.
Yeah, there are,
aren't there? There are a lot of words in that. Yeah.
But
I'd have to have them written down. But
that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, it's great tailoring a set list as well, because we do maybe 16 songs each.
Yeah.
So it's really full on. There's no there's no filler.
That's a lot.
It's about an hour or 10 minutes, and we just rip through it.
It's lean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, do you know what? Actually, apart from anything else, it sounds like kind of fun.
Yes.
What, you know, the two bands doing the thing together.
Yeah.
Do you eat together and stuff?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, hang out, yeah.
Yeah, in America, I'd go in and show my jackets to him.
You do, don't you? You know, kind of like compare...
He'd be doing the ironing.
Yeah.
You know,
I so want to see
they had
behind
an
the
ironing
scenes now.
ritual.
Sweeping
I love
leaves,
ironing.
You love ironing?
I love ironing. It's a kind of one
Therapeutic.
of those... Yeah, it's something like I kind of quite like ironing. I quite like cleaning windows, that sort of thing.
The satisfaction
There's
of a
something
good job done.
Doing a very
Yes.
simple
That is
kind
true.
of
Seeing piles of...
repetitive thing. Ironing's one of the things. It's part of my ritual before a gig, ironing my trousers.
Don't ever say you
Rock and
don't
roll
learn
here.
things on BBC Breakfast. 'Cause
Yep.
I just feel I've learned something today. I
Yeah.
didn't know that before.
Yeah.
It's been brilliant. Nikki, Brett, thank
Thank
you.
you
Good
so much
luck.
for having us.
Good
Yeah.
luck. The Swede. I don't know how to say it now. I don't know how to say it.
Sweet.
I've just called you a Swede. Oh. The Suede and Manic Street Preachers tour starts next June. Other vegetables are available. You're watching Breakfast. It's 8:59.